vamping. Listen, remember how we started with vamping? We're gonna end with vamping. All right, everybody. Chris Sundberg, everybody.
When you were here before, I couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Oh, oh, she's running out the door. She's running out. She run, 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 run. So pockets. I get it. I miss him. My hands are naturally finding at least 4, 5, 6 different places where pockets should be. Being turned away like an orphan in the snow with a... That's not where my keys are. That's not where my wallet is. I guess I don't eat today. Pockets. I wish Tyler Gooseman was still here, because that's the only material that I had about this. That's it. Tyson,
No,
sorry.
it's Tyler Gooseman.
That's not helping.
It's Tyler Gooseman.
Tyler Gooseman. So,
Tyler, that's even better. Tyler Gooseman.
things you can't say first. You know what I like? I really like lotion. These stockings were my grandmother's.
Granny knocker.
That coat belonged to a guy who's dead now.
Who is it?
Oleg's father. I like to adorn myself in the clothing that was either bought for me or I got due to somebody dying. That's funny, you should laugh. Cobra Kai. Are any of you familiar?
Yep.
With the concept at least?
No mercy in this dojo.
Yeah. What's the first rule?
Strike first.
Strike hard.
What's the second rule?
Strike hard.
And?
No
mercy.
Right without mercy.
Mercy does not exist in this dojo, does it?
No!
No.
Thank you. Okay, enough people get the meme. Here we go.
Powerful.
No what? Never mind, it's alright.
Trust you.
So, I grew up in the 80s, and so Karate Kid is a part of my childhood. And I've been watching Cobra Kai and being really embarrassed about growing up in the 80s. Like when somebody does something that I'm pretty damn sure I would think was badass when I was 8 years old, and the guitar kicks in. I feel embarrassed about feeling like, yeah. It's a good show, though. You should watch it. I like to keep notes because my brain is not my friend. Have I ever told you that I am disassociating all the time? Nothing ever feels real. Anybody else?
Me.
Yes.
All right, I see. That's just real. It's not funny. Okay.
No, it's still a joke.
Huh?
It's still a joke.
Yes, it is on all of us. Oh. Oh. I get it, God. I know you don't exist, but I still get it. So, a pop quiz. I assume you all have number 2 pencils at all times, like I do. So follow along. I don't think you want to know what happens if you get a bad grade. So let's stop screwing around, all right? Pay attention. Question 1. Why are dads always obstructing the path you want to walk in? Question 2. Why do dads suddenly have a big bunch of things they need to tell you as you are standing in the door frame of the wide open front door because you were right in the middle of being so close to escaping? Give me a second to write that down. Question 3. What is it about being a dad that robs them of the ability to deduce that wearing headphones means you have important noises gushing directly into your ear holes, so you can't hear what they're saying at normal volume from across the room? That one takes a second, just let it process and then write down your answer. Question 4. What features of the fatherly experience cause them to think, I see they put their headphones back on for the 5th time, and therefore, tabulating all available data and combining it with knowledge gained from recent events, I deduce that this time they will be able to hear what I'm saying from across the room when I speak at a normal volume. And this time, they'll be giddy with gratitude for every important syllable I spew from my important face, like a fine mist of importance diarrhea erupting out of the important business hole of an alcoholic importance goose named Importance. Write it down, reread it, and then check your answers, What cosmic dadily calculus governs the doubtlessly brilliant long-term strategy behind beginning a task tearing the walls from around a bathtub. For example, hypothetically, to facilitate the installation of more sanitary tiling, for example, leaving the task at that beginning chaotic stage, purchasing cement board so it might be piled against a wall of the fatherly suite, buying a tile cutting apparatus, then rather than buying the tile and associated accoutrement, just remarking bitterly every 3 years or so about how expensive tile is and how greedy building supply suppliers are. For example, hypothetically, how did the test makers come up with this shit? And just leave it that way for a decade. Then get angry at anyone who starts completing the task, followed by generous application of emotional blackmail to stymie and halt further initiative. Alright, my intonation was wrong, I get that. Still, follow me, write it down. What chapter, section, subsection, and paragraph of the codes of Dadu guide them that find themselves in a fatherly way to assume that when someone else... Lighting is bad for reading off of a page. Chapter, section, subsection, paragraph in the codes of Dadu guide them that find themselves in a fatherly way to assume that when someone asks if they know where an item is, what that someone is really asking is for that dad entity to stop everything they're doing abruptly and start reorganizing the contents of every room in the house until the aforementioned item is found. I know what your blank faces really mean. You're not fooling me. Question 7. Why, Dad? Why? Question 8. Seriously. Why, Dad? Why? Everybody ready? Everybody got their answers down? The answer key. If you answered all preceding questions with a series of expletives written in all caps, then you win the truth knowingness section of the reality ball. So I've got kids. So, if you're missing any, that's where they are. It's the part where I just trail off awkwardly. Hey, Caden.
He just left. He threw a tantrum and left, so new person.
Well, go get him.
Awesome
Is there-
popcorn.
Is there anybody else left?
I am.
Wait,
Hi.
let's
Hello.
see if he comes
Josh
back.
Dietrich and Chris Foster. So Chris Foster's going to be hosting the whole next. He's coming back.
He's coming.
He said to throw a tantrum before.
Hey, Josh, you sit right there. Hey, Caden.